Our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, man. What's going on? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. I was gonna try to get to this yesterday, but I'm like, nah. I just chilled. Our boy Mason in the place to be. Mason. Miles down here. Bye. Sit. Good boy. Mason don't want to sit. But yeah, let's talk about Benavidez, Canelo. Let's talk a little bit about Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Don't forget you can listen to this tomorrow on the podcast platforms. We own a bunch of them. Some of them Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Anchor. A bunch of them. Just hit the link tree, find it. Shout out to Ed for supporting the channel. My boy Gary for supporting the channel. Shout out to everybody that do support the channel. Financially, you can support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. That's rolling at the bottom of the screen. That's in the description. Also in the link tree. Don't forget to support us on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook as well too. I got to put the Facebook in the link tree as well too. So shout out to everybody watching on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and obviously YouTube right now. You can click this link right here and find us everywhere. See, I'm gonna get a couple of finishing touches on Plant Benavidez. I hear people praising Plant for getting beat on and fading down the back half of the fight, which is hilarious to me. It's funny when Deontay Wilder, without his shield, people was throwing dirt on Deontay Wilder, knocking his dick in the dirt, saying he can't box, talking about, he don't have no, he need to retire and all this shit. But when it came to Caleb Plant, a bunch of people was turning around and saying that, he fought with a lot of heart and a lot of determination, and he don't have nothing to be hang his head about, and no, he got his ass whooped. And that motherfucker just went into survival mode. He didn't go out on his shield like Deontay Wilder. And that wasn't no great fucking fight. That was a mid fight, bro. Let's call it what it is. That shit was mid. It wasn't even, it never really had a climax. Benavidez, Kenny Bayless took a lot of the cachet away. He probably did rob David Benavidez of a knockout for sure. But the fight was mid, bro. It was. I think Kenny Bayless had a lot to do with why it was mid and we didn't get that true climax. It was Caleb Plant kind of. You knew what Caleb Plant was doing in the first half of the fight. It wasn't going to be sustainable. We just thought if he could still around the two down the back end of the fight, that he can possibly steal it. The fight went exactly how everybody said it would go. Caleb Plant, he moved, he boxed. You know what I'm saying? He tried to posture like he was gonna hold his ground in this fight, and he postured like he was gonna hold his ground. He was gonna be aggressive, and then soon as it was time to be aggressive and hold his ground and be on the front foot, then he bailed. I mean, he had his right hand cocked the whole night. He had his right hand cocked the whole night. Never let the overhand right go. You throwing the jab to the body, doing the jab landing. He'd throw a sweeping left hook, and he'd get out the way. But he never let that right hand go. I don't know if it was injured or, he didn't believe in the right hand. But he had the jab to the body going, jab upstairs going, and never attempted to throw the right hand. And he was scared. He knew he was going to get knocked out. And, he jogged down the back end of that fight. He barely made it. Kenny Bayless was a huge reason why he did make it down the back half of that fight. And it was all right fight. I'd have been mad if I spent $75 on it or if I went to pay for it. That's my opinion. It wasn't like everybody made it seem like there was this great ending or whatever. Like at least with Fury and Wilder 3, it was a highlight, knockout. In the first fight, it was the count was controversial and the score was controversial. And then the second fight, Tyson Fury went out there and did what people didn't think he could do and knocked him out and banged him out his frame. It really wasn't nothing. This doesn't cannibal anybody to superstardom. This doesn't make people want to buy. And it ain't Benavidez's fault. I'm gonna continue to say that it's not Benavidez's fault that he was robbed. He was robbed of what he truly wanted to do. He was robbed of what he truly wanted to do, and that was dominate and knock him out. What are some things he could have did earlier? Yeah, he could have used his jab. He could have set his shots up a lot more. There's a lot of things he could have did, but Kenny Bayless was the main ingredient that stopped him from being successful as he should have been. Simple as that. Kenny Bayless is the main ingredient that stopped him from doing what he came to do, and that was to get a highlight reel knockout. And, he could have used the jab, drop some, took his time to the body and been a little bit more refined in his approach and not so barbaric. He just knew that he was going to dominate Plant off the back end. But if Plant would have been able to get, hold on, what was the scorecards? Those scorecards was abysmal because I heard them kind of in the background. Like 111, 117 was one card. 117, 111, 116, 112, 115, 113. Yeah, them scorecards was kind of comical. I thought Plant won the first 5 or 6 rounds. So that means Benavidez will unless you scored it a 10-8. Unless you scored one of the rounds 10-8, which there might have been a couple 10-8 rounds in there. But let's just say I didn't score, but in my mind, the best case scenario for him was 7-5 if it wasn't a 10-8. He said, I'm a boy from Omaha. Say I saw the Drage Kayla 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Benavidez 2, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't remember 8th round. He said could have went either way. I didn't think Caleb Plant won nothing after probably the 5th or 6th round. Just from the naked eye, I don't remember the 8th round. I just remember I just stopped watching the fight. I started looking at my phone. I ain't gonna lie. And looking a little bit at the Ramirez and Comey fight. That's what I kind of started. I started looking at my phone. I got bored watching it. And a huge part of it was Kenny Bayless. Kenny Bayless better get a nice Christmas gift from Caleb Plant. But Benavidez could have used his jab more and could have set shit up a lot more. He could have. That's on him. You know what I'm saying? He went out there just looking to knock Caleb Plant out, looking to throw one big shot. He didn't respect Caleb Plant. If he going to move up in weight, he going to have to be a little bit more refined and a little bit more technical, bro. His feet should have been a lot better that fight. He just didn't care. He didn't respect Caleb Plant. And you can't do that when you even Caleb Plant, you had to respect him. Even though Caleb Plant fought scared. Caleb ain't really show a lot of heart. Because if he showed heart, he would have tried that overhand right. He would have put the right hand behind it. Bro just threw a jab and a left hook and just tried to score. He wasn't brave. He just survived. He fought scary, bro. He really did. He really did fight scary. He really did fight scary, bro. That's the honest truth. That's my honest opinion. He fought scary. So he fought scary in my opinion. That's my opinion. He never let the right hand go. Bro. He's setting the right hand up with the jab to the body. The jab. He's setting the feints up. Was his right hand injured? He said, I couldn't look away. I paid for the pay-per-view. I had to support my boy David Benavidez, Rob Rodriguez. Salute. I wasn't supporting Al Heyman. I was going to go to that shit, but I ended up changing my mind. But I knew the NCAA tournament was there. I would have went. But, yeah, I don't want to put no money in Al's pocket, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm glad I didn't pay for that shit. I'd have never bought another pay-per-view again, bro. It was a good card though. The card was fire. I ain't gonna lie, the card was fire. But the actual main event is just Kenny Bayless took it away. He said, "I thought Benavidez won 5 and up." He could have. I was just going off recollection. What up, Henry, bro? I was just going off recollection. He said, well, "What's your thoughts on Benavidez? Better be if ever Benavidez fights Canelo." I'm gonna get to the Canelo question. Right now, better be just too much for him. Better be knock him out. He just too much. He just too much. Benavidez ain't gonna be able to do the shit he did. Well, he wouldn't do that stuff that he did versus Caleb Plant, throwing wild shots. He throw one wild shot, he gonna find himself in the ER room. He gonna really have to just throw combinations, get out the way. You know, that's a bad matchup for him if he gonna fight that way. You know, if he gonna fight that way, it's a bad matchup for him. But I think Benavidez better be gonna be gone by the time Benavidez really jump up there. I think he's talking about going to cruiserweight and challenging Usyk at heavyweight for a rematch from the amateurs and shit. So I don't even think he's gonna be up there. But I do think that Kenny Bayless stole the show. He stole the show from everybody. He stopped. He Caleb Plant better send him a rollie or something. He better send him like 20% of his purse, or whatever the situation may be. He better send him a lot percentage of his purse. But you know, you just expecting more from this type of fight. That's one thing. That's why a lot of people get. That's why I get hesitant from buying boxing pay-per-views and shit. Because a lot of times, you know, when they have them at the movies, I sometimes I do go when they're at the movies. You know, because you waste $20-$25. What's that? You know, because you don't know what you're gonna get, bro. You don't know what you're gonna get in these boxing pay-per-views. You just never know what you're gonna get. You just don't know. Excuse me. You don't know. You know. My bad. Hold on real quick. But yeah, you just never know what you gonna get. You might get the Bernard Hopkins, my shoulder versus Chad Dawson one. Ain't no fucking refunds. You know? You might get a classic. You might not. You just don't know. And this fight was supposed to be so much more than what it was. Now, if it happened sooner, would it have been different? I don't know. If it happened with a different ref, it definitely would have been different. And it wasn't like Caleb Plant was holding on the inside. He was just holding. And David Benavidez got to understand, bro, when somebody get the holding like that, you up close, you just take a step back, step to the side, and you go up under him with some hard body shots. You know? But overall, you know, on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being highest, 1 being lowest, fight was like a 4. And I think it was Kenny Bayless' fault, by the way. And Caleb Plant never took no chances. He took chances here and there, but they was just like, bruh, he ain't really try to hurt Benavidez. I think he came out, and I mean the game plan just looked like old Benavidez. He pressed here and there. He postured like he was gonna do something, had David on the ropes, and you know, even David went to the ropes like, come on. He wasn't even like engaged, bro. Like he didn't have no nuts in that fight. He had baby nuts, in my Ruben Guerrero voice. He had the baby nuts. He ain't really believe, bro. He ain't really come out like he was a savage, bro. He ain't had that mindset, well, this nigga I'm gonna get him or he gonna get me tonight. He came out to survive, bro. He was in survival mode. He came out for even when he was winning, putting rounds in the bank. He was in survival mode. He was in survival mode. The whole fight, even when you know he was boxing and throwing, he never threw nothing with the intent to try to send a message to Benavidez like, dog, it's gonna be a long night. Don't walk in here and get clocked. He never tried to set the tone. And then you like, what's wrong with this dude conditioning too? Because when I know Sean a lot smaller than him, and Sean trained with Larry Wade, and Sean Porter's stamina is phenomenal. What is he not doing in training camp for his conditioning not to be where he need to be at? He fade every fight, and that's a problem. Something has to change then. If you can't last, and you know you're gonna fade, then you got to change something about your game plan. Now everybody know Caleb can't take a shot now for sure. We kind of knew that with Canelo. You let a little man walk you down, and then you know he gonna fade. Like I think it's over with for him, bro. No chin and no conditioning. At least Amir Khan has some conditioning. You know, at least Amir Khan has some conditioning, bro. Like no chin, no conditioning. And people say, oh, he had heart. He came to fucking survive. He came to survive. He came to survive. That ain't no heart. He never came out there and said, you know what, bro? I'm going to get rich or die trying. I'm going to go out there. And he never tried to sit there. He threw a couple combinations and turned Benavidez and a lot of that shit came when early, like when his stamina started to fade a little bit, when he started to get hit, then his survival instincts kind of kicked in. His killer kind of survival, he started throwing back. But he never really tried to hurt him. He never tried it. And I'm telling you, when you go out, when you fighting somebody who don't have respect for you, your number one intent is to get respect. He can't move up and get a title. Now that he couldn't be who he gonna be. He couldn't be Joshua Boazzi. He couldn't beat Lyndon Arthur at 475. He couldn't beat him. That's why his old coach had him fighting the way he was fighting. He said, in my opinion, the movie is better than pay-per-view. And at home, it's a bigger screen sound. I saw Wilder Fury at the theater. John Jones' last fight was at the theater. Yeah, UFC still be doing them. Yeah, there'll be some females up in there too. But yeah, I think I seen Wilder Fury at the theater too. Maybe I was streaming that shit. I don't remember. He said you would box peers if you was given a choice to watch a live boxing from another international spot. Which country would it go to? Probably Japan. Yeah, probably Japan or China, somewhere over there. Ricky Salute, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I probably want to go over there, to be honest. What's good? He said, and Kenny only like slick fighters the way he officiates. Yeah, he was saving Floyd. Said, you know, some of these fighters waiting to camp to get in shape. He seemed kind of the more disciplined kind of person to me. Just looking at him, I just think something missing. Some might be. It might just be genetic. Isn't playing an honorary brother, Dr. Blick saying you put your money ready for the Tank and Ryan fight. I ain't buying that. Y'all can call Tank playing an honorary brother. He said they say Plant had heart, but say Mikey came to survive. Same shit, same. Exactly. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's the difference is Plant won a few rounds in there. And that's because Benavidez and Kenny Bayless allowed that shit. That's because they allowed it. Mason on the boxing, he ain't watching boxing right now. He said he mad. What you think about Ryan and Tank, boy? Who you going with? Tell me. He said he got Tank Davis in 3. Damn, 3 rounds, my nigga. He said he got Tank in 3 rounds, bro. He said Tank his favorite fighter. He said he put on for all the short niggas. See? Told you. He said Tank his favorite fighter. He said Tank reminded him of him. He said, big bark, big punch. Exactly when your opponent don't respect you, your power, they keep coming for. And he never, remember the ring was big as hell too. The ring was 22 by 22. It may be the weight cut. Some of these dudes make the weight, but you could tell they're taking a lot of them fight night. Could be, but he ain't got no future nowhere but that. I'll tell you that. Khan didn't care. He would throw shots like he had the chin of Evander. Yep. Khan was brave, bro. And that's why he won some fights, and that's why he lost some fights. Caleb Plant, man, I don't know why Charlo didn't try to fight this cat. I don't get that. I don't know why Charlo ain't try to fight this cat, bro. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I don't understand why Charlo ain't. But let's talk about Canelo and David. Yeah, I think I got a slight advantage to David Benavidez. I hear a lot of people saying, well, Canelo should stay away. I said Benavidez should stay away from Canelo. Do y'all understand how big Caleb Plant is, bro? Do y'all understand how big Caleb Plant is? Hold on. Y'all understand how big Caleb Plant is 1 inch shorter than Benavidez. You know, and look at this. I don't think people understand like how much bigger he is. I think people don't understand. I don't think people understand that. Canelo about 2 inches shorter than Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan is listed at what, 5'10", 5'9" on the 5'10" on a good day, 5'9". He about 2 inches shorter than motherfucking Amir Khan right here. Benavidez is 6'2". Y'all do realize Benavidez is 6'2". And big as shit. Used to be 300 pounds. This ain't fighting no Callum Smith who was stiff. This ain't this. This ain't this. This one you knew he lost the fight. This one you knew he lost the fight. And he came out fight night just like that, running. This ain't that. Benavidez is big and don't give a shit. Benavidez is big and don't give a shit. He can't sit in there with Benavidez. I'm telling y'all that. His best bet versus Benavidez is try to get in there and try to counter and punch when Benavidez punch. That's his only chance. He can't back Benavidez up. And then what's so crazy about people going with Canelo? Did the fuck we not seeing his last two performances? He looked like dog shit versus Triple G, and he got beat down by Dimitri Bivol. I don't remember who he fought before Bivol. Who he fought before Bivol? Probably a bum. Was it Caleb Plant? Yeah, and he was getting outboxed by Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders for real. He can't sit in there with Benavidez. I'm telling y'all, bro. He can't sit in there with not. Why he would be Benavidez? He gonna try to drain the shit out of David Benavidez. He gonna try to drain the shit out of David Benavidez. Mark my words. He gonna try to drain the shit out of David Benavidez. He gonna say, amigo, you can't come in on fight night more than 169 and a half. He gonna try to drain David Benavidez. He can't sit in there with Benavidez. I'm telling y'all this now. If he couldn't do shit with Gennady Golovkin, bro, the old Golovkin, he couldn't hurt Golovkin. Man, Benavidez will tear Canelo Coochie out the frame. He will knock the cinnamon off that clitoris. He will dog the fuck out of Canelo with no rehydration clause at 168 for 168. He will donkey fuck this nigga. Pause. He can't sit in there with him, bro. I'm telling y'all, if he could hurt him, different story. But if he can't hurt David Benavidez, bro, and he can't counter Benavidez, bro, he couldn't do nothing with Gennady Golovkin. And Golovkin looked like dog water shit. He looked like that running dog shit when your dog switch dog food. He can't. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's funny how the fans got a lot of faith, and these aficionados got a lot of faith. And they, Canelo will beat him. Okay, make the fight so I can clean up. Because if he can't hurt David Benavidez, bro, he gonna get knocked out, bro. He gonna get ran through like a busto. He's going to run through that Canelo Alvarez. I'm telling you. Canelo not gonna be able to walk him down without hurting him. He too little. He too little, bro. Y'all gotta understand how big this Joker is, bro. And Canelo is not fast and got great feet neither. That's why he couldn't do shit with Bevel. He couldn't get past Bevel footwork. He couldn't get past Bevel reach. All that slipping shit he can do, Bevel tame that hoe, bro. Bevel put a dog collar and a leash around this nigga neck and just basically walked him around the fucking arena like a dog show. He couldn't slip and get on the inside, bro. Now, if he pushed back Benavidez and started hurting him, oh yeah, he can probably knock him out. But if he can't push Benavidez back and he can't hurt Benavidez back, this dude got the only chance he gonna get if it's the robbery of the year. They get this nigga Andrade versus Lucian Bute count. He can't. He too little, bruh. I'm trying to tell y'all, bruh. He gonna try to drain Benavidez, and that's another reason he'll win. But Canelo can walk down niggas like Caleb Plant who can't take pressure, bruh. And if he had Kenny Bayless in the corner and he knew how to hold, how Bradman taught him how to hold, he probably would have made it the distance with Canelo too. But if Canelo can't hurt this young motherfucker, bruh, oh, it's over with. Because Benavidez ain't gonna do nothing but get better from here. He should have tried to clip his wings from the beginning. He should have clipped his wings from the beginning, bro. He can't do shit. He too little. I'm trying to tell y'all. Canelo ain't somebody that's gonna jab his way. He looks slick versus guys that inferior opponents. Benavidez, he had the biggest ring, 22 by. I mean, Plant had 22 by 22. And he still started beating Plant ass, and he was against another man in the arena. He still started dog walking Plant with the biggest ring. Canelo ain't got no feet like Plant. And if you being real, Canelo has declined ever since he took that Callum Smith fight. Ever since that fight, Canelo has declined. He even said in an article that the vultures are circling him. Well, excuse me, ever since the Billy Joe fight, because I forget the Alvin Yurderman fight. My bad. I forgot that even happened. He's declined ever since that, bro. That Billy Joe fight, bro, he was losing rounds in that motherfucking fight. The Caleb Plant fight, I didn't even realize it went 11. And that fight was fucking close. That fight was closer than they had it. Really? Because the two knockdowns didn't come into account because he knocked him out that right. That fight was closer than that. And then he fought Bevel and all the cards was 113, 115. Like, get the fuck out of here. Bevel fucking damn near washed that boy. Bevel damn near took him to the car wash. And went to the car wash, Canelo. He fucking washed that dude, bro, for the most part. Canelo might got a couple rounds early. Bevel dog walked this nigga, man. They still tried to rob Bevel. They still tried to rob Bevel. He did, man. The nigga went window to the wall. That motherfucker ski. Oh, goddamn. Come on, that wasn't no 115, 113, man. Man, fuck up out of here. And then that Golovkin fight, bro. And then they had him beating Golovkin 115, 1. That shit was terrible. Looked like two past prime fighters, bro. That shit was terrible. That Golovkin fight was terrible, bro. Golovkin looked old and shitty, and Canelo like a scared little pussy in there, bro. And y'all think after that Golovkin performance that he gonna do something with this dude, bro? Man, motherfucker gonna be his last time fighting. He gonna run through this nigga, man. People act like Canelo. They be so Canelo gonna run through Benavidez. Who the fuck has Canelo run through other than English muffins and vagabonds? You feel Caleb Plant 2 more punches during the clinches? He took some. He took some punches. You could just turn. You could tell he just learned how to clinch for real. He ain't no savant at it. Tank better win with all the clauses he has in the contract. He ain't gonna lose to Ryan Garcia. Plant was doing so well until he started show. No, man, when niggas start showboating and putting their tongue out, nigga got tired, bro. That's all that. He got tired. CJ, have you seen? I've never seen the John Wick movie. I've seen parts of some, but I've never sat down and watched the John Wick movie. Never. I've never sat down and watched them. I said I was gonna sit down and watch them, but I've never sat down and watched a whole John Wick movie. Yeah, my confession. I've seen bits and pieces of them. You know, I've seen bits and pieces of them, but yeah, I've never sit down and watched the whole one. Maybe I'll watch one tonight or something like that. But yeah, I've never sat down there and watched a whole John Wick movie. Yeah, that's my confession. These are my confession. Yeah, but I like action movies though. But you know, sometimes I don't be willing to spend my money on shit like that. I'm surprised they ain't make a remake of something like Bloodsport. That was fire. David said that he likes getting hit and hitting people. Yeah, it sounds good. So you get hit by a motherfucker that can hit. Benavidez probably stronger than Beeble too. Could be, but Beeble had control leverage. That's the big difference. Beeble was able to control his distance. That's the difference. Beeble controlled Canelo with technical attributes. Yeah, he controlled Canelo with technique, bro. How he controlled his distance, Canelo couldn't do shit. Because if Canelo would have slipped on the inside, Beeble would have started lining him up for that right hand and left hook. He would have got knocked out. That's why Canelo ain't taking no chances. He couldn't get past his stick. He just had he got when that's how you control distance. Now, Beeble ain't had no power. He would have took more risks. He would have got knocked out. I think Benavidez is a bad match killer because his value. Yeah, he gonna have to hurt Benavidez. Well, you got guys like Benavidez, bro. Pressure guys bigger than him. You gotta hurt them. You gotta force them to rethink coming in, and you gotta make him come in and think about coming in and do a backup plan and be more educated about his approach. You know, or you gotta make them fight off the back foot. You know. However, Benavidez's best attribute is his hands, not his movement. You know, his movement is, he moved like somebody used to be 300 pounds. Canelo gonna say to him, he bad fighter. You fight nobody. You fight nobody. Payday. Here go at me. Beat the shit out of Canelo. If Canelo can't hurt that man, he'll beat. Don't listen to nothing nobody say. Ain't nobody ever turned down an easy payday and an easy man. He a man, bro. This nigga knocked the cinnamon toast crunch off this hole, bro. If Canelo can't hurt him, you won't see Canelo again, bro. He start talking about knee. How he looked in his last two fights, bro, versus Beevil and versus Triple G. He looked physically terrible versus Triple G, bro. And even before the fight, you could tell something was wrong on his face. You think Canelo Benavidez does? Yeah, of course. I'll buy that one. I hope that shit on the zone. I'd rather give my money to them Europeans. I hope that shit on the zone. I damn near got to be there, bro. Next to George Lopez, see Benavidez retire this bitch. I really would. I think it would. I'll buy it. I'll go in and buy it. If David get Boo Boo and Charlo on this belt, he'll be there. Canelo be long gone by then. You know, I announced my retirement with Manny Pacquiao. Benavidez ain't been hit with Canelo with hit. Man, the difference is Canelo a little motherfucker too. Canelo little. That's the difference. Caleb Plant just ain't got it. So we ain't really seen Canelo hurt a real 68 pounder because Billy Joe Saunders, he ain't shit. Caleb Plant, he ain't shit. Callum Smith, he a big guy. He did make it to this, but he ain't shit. Like, we ain't seen him really hurt a real 68 pounder. This nigga Benavidez might be a true cruiserweight. But you're right. It'd be the biggest puncher that Benavidez fought. But Lord Jesus, if he can't keep Benavidez off of, or he can't counter Benavidez and knock his ass out, or give him something to worry about, man, Lord Jesus, he'll beat Benavidez if he do a rehydration clause. He'll beat Benavidez if he make him do a rehydration clause. But Benavidez would be stupid. But Benavidez might be young enough to recover. That's another reason why he ain't trying to fight. Like Beevil, the rehydration clause didn't matter. We heard Beevil say on several occasions before he fought Canelo that he can make 168. So Beevil ain't really struggling to cut the weight, bro. So Canelo probably had a harder time making 68, 75 than Beevil did. Beeble is the definition of a hybrid, bro. Like he give you the best of both worlds, bro. He give you that good memory foam feel, but he also give you that gel feel. He give you the stability of coils, but you don't feel the coils in the bed. He gives you the like. That's why them hybrid beds be a lot more. I'm about to get one. You know, when I say this, your bed is supposed to be one of the most expensive things that you spend in your house. I don't really have to explain that, but it should be one of the most expensive things in your house. Because a lot of times you spend a lot of your time there. It's your recovery. He said, that's a fact, good fella. Don't forget, Canelo make fights under 6 weeks out from the official fight day. He did that with Kovalev. He tried to do it with Plant. And don't forget, Kovalev was coming off a quick turnaround with Anthony Yard, which he should have lost that fight if Anthony Yard would have went to the body. GK Black, what did he do? I'm calling for David and Boo Boo. Boo Boo. That's a good fight, too. That can go. Boo Boo. He fight Boo Boo and Charlo and Morale, man, Canelo ain't fighting him, bro. You just let him get too much experience. Benavidez is a zombie in the second half is a zombie in the second. Man, Benavidez is a dog coming down the stretch. Benavidez is a dog coming down the stretch. But that's because he don't waste no fucking energy. You got to make him work. Them pressure fighters tend not to waste. They able to pace themselves early on, and you moving and wearing yourself out. You're not going to their body. You're not hitting them with nothing. Like, bro, you gotta make them do plan B. With a lot of them just going up on a scorecard 6-7 rounds, and you ain't got the conditioning, you know, super chop, what's going on? You ain't got the conditioning, bro. You gotta make them do something else, bro. You gotta make them do something else. You can't just let him just coast on the front end and take his time, cut the ring off, land the shot. And once he landed for real on Caleb Plant, it was over. That's when Caleb Plant started smiling and, you know what I'm saying? Smile. Smile for me. He said, I'm eating crow plant today before I enjoyed the card. Yeah, the card was good. You know, Crowbert, robbed a Mexican in Vegas. I couldn't believe that. Khan didn't understand the distance of his very skilled, but didn't have IQ. No, he ain't had no IQ, bro. That nigga was an amateur professional fighter with a lot of talent. Benavidez walking dead in the second half. He's a monster. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. I mean, when you can preserve your energy and your opponent just exert energy, he not wearing you out. He not breaking you down. He not testing your durability. Guess what? Now he moving and he fading. I can step it up. Somebody like Benavidez, you fight pressure fight, you got to get respect. Like Mildred Taylor was just styling on Chavez Sr. Styling on him. Yeah, he was scoring, but it wasn't effective. Chavez was able to eat him. Chavez was able just to take his time, and then he turned the heat up. So then when that speed started dropping off, that movement started, them legs started getting heavy, then he just started bop, bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. People mad at Richard Steele, man. It was what it was. Chavez came on hot. Didn't get a man a rematch neither, but he came on hot. That's their game, bro. That's their game, bro. If you let them go up early, nigga, that's a wrap. You got to put pressure. You got to hurt pressure. You got to put money in the bank, hit them to their body. Pernell fought Chavez beautifully. Or you gotta be like Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall just styled on him, brother style. Frankie Randall was in that bitch comfortable. Every time they fought, they fucked him with the second time. Canelo ain't gonna do nothing but avoid Benavidez, and we all know it, Chop. Everybody trying to say, "Oh, Benavidez should avoid him," and these motherfuckers be trying to be. I be thinking they might be getting paid, bro. The ring plus Kenny played against David, but he still expected more at least to drop him one. He would have if it wasn't for Kelly Bayless. That nigga hit Caleb Plant. This nigga Caleb Plant head went flying to the ropes. Caleb Plant got hit once, like that nigga got ran over by a goddamn semi. I haven't even seen a clip of those movies. They look pretty good though. Holly Berry was in one of them I was watching. Yeah, he said he'd make as many of them as they want. I just never seen them. Last two movies I saw was Shazam, which was good. Don't believe it was a bad movie. It's a good movie. I ain't gonna lie. Ant-Man, they didn't get good reviews, but that was a good movie. That might be the movies I've seen this year. I've probably seen something else. I like going to the movies. I'm gonna go see Mario. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see Mario. Hope got Jack Black in it, bro. I want something else might be coming. I might go see the Fast and Furious, bro. The last one I seen on HBO Max, it was good. He said I think David would take a lot of punishment from Canelo at the stage, but he's tenacity will keep him in the fight till it doesn't, in my opinion. I don't think what type of punishments Canelo dished out. Who Canelo punished the motherfucker, bro? Other than white boys. Who was he really punished, bro? To me, he was losing rounds before he clocked Billy Joe Saunders. He was losing rounds versus David Benavidez. Versus Caleb Plant. He was, Gennady Golovkin, dog. Nobody really won that fight. He fought like a bitch. Golovkin was an old man. You supposed to take that nigga out. You waited him out all them years. He is supposed to take him out. Canelo will fight Munguia before he fight David. I can't believe Munguia and Beaver might be fighting. Like, what the hell? David came into the Canelo fight in a good way and shape. He wasn't on his big boy heavy shit. No, he had something to get up for. Do you think Jesus Ramos? Oh yeah, for sure. Jesus Ramos fucking proud. That nigga looked like a super middleweight versus Joey Spencer. He blood sparring partner. That's what I heard. I heard they say Bomac said he the truth. Yeah, Jesus Ramos a problem. I knew about Jesus before this fight. I knew he was gonna run through Joey Spencer. I could have told. I didn't know he was gonna be that much bigger than Joey Spencer though. Yeah, Jesus Ramos probably gonna be world champion, bro, for sure. Against Cinnamon, he's going to be heavy to dish and heavy punishment. Man, Cinnamon ain't dish no ass whooping in a long time versus nobody as formidable as Benavidez. When the last nigga anytime he beat a nigga ass, it's a 40 pounder, 47 pounder coming up. You gotta remember, he ain't even really dish he ain't really knock Chavez dick in the dirt. And he had a drain Chavez in front of him. Didn't do shit with Danny Jacobs for real. Anybody that's half decent, bro, he really ain't knocking out the park like that. Anybody that's half decent, he really ain't come on. Like he'd knock out Angulo, he'd punish Angulo and shit, and he'd knock out a Kirkland. But who he really really come on, really, even Austin Trout, who he really did the damn thing against, bro. Who he really did the damn thing against. Support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Who he really did something against. That's all I gotta say. Canelo said Benavidez need to fight Tyson Fury and Wilder to earn a shot and go to fucking Mars and spar Martian to Marvin, nigga. Marvin the Martian. Plant needs to take karate class or something, learn how to put something on those punches. Man, he can. You seen versus the real when he wanted to throw in versus Uzitagi, he was scared that he was gonna get hit back. That nigga fought scary, bro. He didn't even attempt to overhand right for real. He was setting it up all day. He was setting it up all day and didn't even attempt to throw it. He just ain't got the fortitude. For real. Man, he don't put dents on David Benavidez foreheads. He said, how the fuck Canelo force Beaver do anything? The answer is obvious. But if I was Beaver, I'd feel like I don't owe him shit. But that payday, he only made $5 million in the first fight. You think Caleb Plant is an elite fighter still? Nah, he ain't no elite. He elite for the division. Yeah, he elite for the division. He a top, division. But everybody gonna be, man, bro. Everybody gonna think Caleb Plant sweet, bro. Everybody gonna try to walk through Caleb Plant. Mark my word. Everybody gonna try to walk through Caleb Plant. Everybody. Man, Joey had all that hype and Joey washed. Yeah, that nigga Abel Ramos was. I mean, Jesus Ramos was a fucking middleweight in that bitch, super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? David will come in heavy to take punishment. This shit. If that Canelo allow him to, Canelo probably make him weigh in right before they come to the ring. Real talk. He probably make him weigh in before he came to the ring. For sure. He said Morrell gets a shot. Gets a shot. He stops playing in 7. Maybe I need to see him versus better competition. But the WBA did say that they want to do Canelo. I mean, they want to do that they want to do Benavidez versus David Morrell and Eddie Hearn doing damage control too. By the way, they want to do Benavidez and Benavidez and David Morrell, and combine that can create Canelo's next mandatory. They be protecting this nigga. I ain't mad, bro. I ain't mad at it because Canelo paying their bills, bro. They let Canelo hold up a whole division. You gotta understand, bro. He ain't defended versus nobody for that division, bro. They called the WBO mandatory against Callum Smith or something. One of them fights was a mandatory, right? He fought Triple G, who wasn't a super middleweight. He fought Beaver before that, who wasn't a super middleweight. Now he fighting John Ryder, who did have a secondary belt, but come on now, everybody know that shit hogwash. WBA president Gilberto Mendoza suggests that the WC mandatory David Benavidez face WBA mandatory David Morrell next in the winter to then challenge Canelo for undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO super middleweight titles. If they put it in writing, why not? If they put it in writing, why not? But then it's gonna be another excuse. It's gonna be another excuse. So they're going to do whatever. They're going to work together to defend Canelo. It's funny how they work together to give Lomachenko a title when he already hold a title. It's funny how they work together for certain fight. Man, boxing need somebody to regulate this shit, bro. A lot of these fighters, I wouldn't get no money to the sanctioning belt bodies. I wouldn't get no money to the sanctioning belt bodies. And no more. No more, because all they do is when the last time they went out their way for a nigga, bro? Not named Floyd Mayweather. When the last time they went out their way for a black fighter? Come on. When the last time they went out their way for a black fighter and did this shit? I don't remember. Everybody that was granted a franchise champion was non-black. Lomachenko, Canelo. I'm pretty sure they tried to give it to Tyson Fury. So when they gonna do something for the brothers, bro? Come on, they couldn't order Terrence and Earl. They couldn't force Tank to fight Devin Haney. It's just to the point where black fighters have to wake up and say they got to create their own path, bro. They gonna have to create their own path. They gonna have to. They gonna have to create their own path. Square business. They gonna have to fight each other, get their own regulations, get their own belts. But we don't stick together for shit at all. We don't stick together for shit at all, bro. They come together and they make sure they protect Canelo. They come together and they make sure they protect certain guys. They make sure, man, this dude been holding undisputed. He ain't fought no he ain't really fought no real player in the division. He fought Caleb Plant. We all know why he fought Caleb Plant. All right, we all know. He fought Callum Smith for a Benavidez vacant belt, and he fought him for another belt. Then he the WBA. So come on, you talking about Benavidez? We all know if Benavidez held the WBA belt, he never would have challenged Benavidez for the WBA belt. You got to remember, he didn't want to fight Charlo, and Charlo's a mandatory to upgrade him to franchise champion. He didn't want to fight Derevchenko. He vacated and ducked. Just being real. And for people to say, well, he'll blow Benavidez out, man, who the fuck has he blown out, bro? If it ain't Angulo or ain't somebody like Callum Smith, Billy Joe, Caleb Plant, he got a sweet tooth for white boys. Who has he really blew out? He didn't blow out Danny Jacobs. All he done is avoid Andrade, the Charlo twins. You know, that nigga went life and death with Austin Trout. Went life and death with Erislandy Lara. Went life and death with Triple G a couple times. Who was he blew out to get the benefit of the doubt? Just niggas be dick riding, dog. Who was he really whooped their ass? You know what I'm saying? You look at Terrence Crawford, that nigga different, bro. He dominate. He win. He don't lose a lot of rounds. Floyd dominate. He didn't lose a lot of rounds. Roy Jones was superhuman at his peak of his powers, bro. You ain't see Roy Jones lose a lot of rounds. You know? Canelo Alvarez is not in that tier of fighter, bro. Sorry. He don't look the part like that, bro. A lot of them fights, if he was an ordinary person, if he was DeAndre Johnson from, you know, Hitch Lick, Oklahoma, bro, this dude probably would have never won a world title, bro. All these 113, 115 fights he got, man, to be fucking 116, 111, he'd have lost. He manufactured like a motherfucker. Let's keep it real. And not only manufactured, protected. He ain't whooping niggas' ass like that. Let's call Spain whooping niggas' ass like Earl niggas. When the last time he did a nigga like Earl did Ugas? Come on, he hitting these niggas and they magically going down and shit. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, bro. He ain't doing nobody of something. And then he got all these hidden rules and hidden agendas and shit. So on top of this, he got these fighters one hand and one leg tied behind their back, and he's still barely whooping niggas' ass. He's still beating niggas' ass. Then Dimitri, I'm not. You fight nobody. Who the fuck did John Ryder fight? Some people still think Danny Jacobs won. Who did John Ryder fight? Keep thinking Caleb Sweet. He gonna shock some. Shock what? He gonna shock what? Anthony Durrell in the trilogy. Morrell got one punch knockout power. That's the difference between him and Benavidez. But he ain't got the experience. That'll be my thing. He get the experience, he'll be a problem. Canelo bad as the cartel holding the division hostage. Hey. GK say Canelo don't like to fight out his comfort zone, which is why David will give him problems with tenacity and size. Exactly. They come to this nigga kneecaps. Good fella Joey Spencer was too small, in my opinion. 54. He should go to 47 where he started his career. The guys at 54 are huge up there with a lot of power arm. He is. I don't know if he can't make the cut. Better figure it out. Sanction bell body breastfeeding Spence. Shit, Canelo too. Shit, they on the same titty. Chuck, what's going on, bro? Check us out on Amazon Music. Appreciate that. Take that. So even Mexicans, they only protect the light-skinned Mexicans. David too brown, man. David half Ecuadorian and shit. You know, he like my man's from Cobra Kai shit. Ain't his mama Ecuadorian, his daddy Mexican. Miguel, when that shit coming back on? He said, good for WC already made a belt. The brothers remember the African American history belt they made. Oh, here we go. Shit, let's go ahead and put macaroni and cheese and watermelon and fried chicken on that motherfucker. The other black fighters need to buy and reform the IBF, and black fighters should only fight in their sanctioned belt body. Wishful thinking, but that would that wouldn't take one at all. It wouldn't. The niggas will fuck it up. Niggas can't work together. You notice that they didn't ever since they got rid of slavery and segregation, bro. When they desegregating everybody, man, that's when black people they start breaking black people. Oh, you want welfare? Or the man can't be in their house, and you know we don't even want to say you 18, get out the house and shit. They've been doing. That's why people can't work together. It's pretty much embedded in people's genetics. For the channel CJ Good 313, it's embedded in people's genetics. Y'all got some questions? I answer them. He said, smash that like button and subscribe, everybody. Appreciate that. Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. You know, but yeah, we ain't no working together, bro. You know, wishful thinking, bro. Yeah, then black people on the job can't even get together and make something happen. I was like, well, we gonna get together and we gonna get together and do a state. We all gonna call off tomorrow so they can meet our demands. You know, somebody gonna tell the management, and they gonna come down. Oh man, yeah, you know, I heard about your thing. Anybody call off, you're fired. And then I'm telling you, bro. So it's crazy. Ain't no working together, bro. Niggas only work together with a jump shot, or if you get jump shot through a football or something like that. My man Truck need to start getting some bigger fights. He said, "Ryan Truck, oh yeah, Truck Simpson. What chance you give Ryan to beat and take a puncher's chance? That's it. They let Joey Spencer ass get sorry ass get shine. He has some. He got some speed and shit. You know. So he got some ability, but he caught out Jesus Ramos. You know, he caught him out. Jesus was like, "Oh, he want to fight me? No problem." Shit, no problem. Hey, was when that bitch went ham. That nigga made him a ham sandwich, put some turkey on there. I mean, put everything on there. Swiss, whole nine. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But y'all ain't got no other questions, man. There we go. He said we can't work together is the truth, and the ninjas don't want to see a monkey with the diamond at all. That's why rappers talk about, oh man, I can go back to my hood, motherfucking fool. You fool. That's like putting a whole bunch of raw meat in the middle of the Sahara. What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen, bro? Exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a slaughter. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Why you think these rappers go to these different hoods and they want to show how tough they is, and they hood is just as nastier or bigger than they hood they come from. That's what DJ Quick song Just Like Compton was about. San Antonio, they want to be like Compton. He said, man, he stopped touring after not too long in his career. He said, man, it wasn't worth it no more. Everybody wanted to show that they was big and bad in they hood. You don't get that when Garth Brooks rolled up, a fucking Taylor Swift roll up. You don't get that shit. Black people, Rick Ross came to Detroit and they basically banned him from coming in. They basically banned him from coming in because he didn't have a Detroit artist open up for him. They stopped him from coming to the concert. He got paid and left. Come on, what, you don't see that do that with Tim McGraw and nobody else, bro. You don't see that happen nowhere else, bro. In no other genre. You think Frankie gonna beat AJ? I'm going for the Saginaw. No, he ain't got no chance. I'm pulling for him, but he ain't got no chance, bro. AJ lose that fight, it's over with. It's over. Eddie Hearn gonna make sure he win by any means necessary. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. And you know this, man. AJ Lewis, that is over with. Trick had that new fly zone. Man, don't know other fucking genre community do shit like that. You be scared to give, you be scared to give kids candy and shit, cause you don't know if a nigga gonna whoop out on you when you get your cash or something like that. You don't even know. You don't know. You be scared to help niggas, bro. You be scared, bro. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. To be on the podcast, be up on YouTube, be on the podcast in the morning. Appreciate y'all. All the links in the description. Peace. Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170.